So a little background on what I've been doing. 3 days ago, my wife had our second child, John Blake Hickey. Cutest little thing you'll ever meet. So this challenge was supposed to start on Monday, but because of those circumstances, I have had a late start, which is okay, worth it. But today's Wednesday, and I'm starting this workout off with a simple walk on the treadmill. And I do this every time, and I do this for about 20 minutes minimum, sometimes up to 40 minutes. And the reason being is because, one, it just feels good. I put it at about a 3 to 5 incline, and I just walk about a 3 speed. Yeah, and the goal is just to get the heart rate going, get my thoughts going. It's good to just think about my life, because I don't really get a lot of time to do this, because when I'm not working out, what am I doing? I'm running a business that takes a lot of thought and effort. I'm being a dad, I'm being a husband, I have responsibilities. So this treadmill walk is pretty much what allows me to just decompress, categorize all my thoughts. Yeah, and it just puts my life into perspective. Then I go out and I do my workout, and today's legs. So I'm going to be doing some squats, some leg extensions, and a lot of other things. But the goal here, for now, is just to get mentally prepared for that.
So I'm back at my gym. There was a problem that I had to come, so I had to leave the gym down the street to come back here and help with that. But now that everyone's gone, I can continue my workout. One of the perks of owning a gym is that I always have that available to me. So what I'm doing now is, this is my last week of higher volume. So I'm doing 255 pounds for 7. I'm doing 3 sets of it. Back squat. I already did my warm-ups. I didn't really capture that because their music was on during the session and there's copyright infringement. So I couldn't record, otherwise the video would just be taken down anyway. So the goal here is to get low and to break my hip below my knee while keeping the bar secured to my back. Here we go. It's a little harder with less calories. Usually before a workout, I'll eat a lot more calories, but because I'm in my deficit, I want to eat after the workout. Whew. So when I'm working on that is just dropping my hips below my knees, standing up. I got these awesome shoes that they raise my heel a little bit so I can just get my weight a little more angled forward, and it allows my hips to clear while keeping my chest more neutral. It doesn't allow it to collapse in my lower back to round. So these are really good. Plus I love this belt. I don't really need it for this weight, but I've grown to like it. I've grown to feel secure with it, tighten it up. Feels good. We're gonna rest for about 1 more minute, and we'll do round 2. Round 2. Tighten it up a little bit more, feel a little more secure. So the point of the belt is when I go down, I take a deep breath in and I expand into the belt to really create this bracing to be able to keep my upper body more stable. That's fun. My favorite part of squats is when I'm done, I just get to pace around and think. It's amazing the thoughts that come up when your heart rate's elevated, you just had some weight on your back. It's like it breaks down barriers that are normally there. And your body's like a little too tired to keep those barriers up. So for that 1, 2 minute, 3 minute moment, those barriers are broken down. And you can kind of think of things in a way that you've never really thought about them before. All right, I'm gonna pause you until set 3. So this is my last set. On the last set, I always try to just explode a little harder, just leave nothing else on the table. The goal here is to simply get low, and I'm gonna try to hold it just for like a quarter of a second longer and just really feel that depth, and then explode up as fast as I can. Yeah, that little pause on the bottom. Oh, it really gets you. Heart rate jumps up from 70 to 120 doing that. But I know I said it before, but this is what it's all about right here. This feeling right here. There's very few things that I like more than this feeling right here. All right, next is farmer walks with a hex bar. So I'm gonna get that loaded up. All right, so here we go. Load it up. get up. We're just gonna carry. This is about 240, 250. For 1 minute. About 15 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. One thing that can build muscle is just stacking weight, loading your body, and moving with it. I feel that my traps, my grip strength, my legs, my core has to work, everything has to work because it wants to, it wants to move around. You got to lock in and keep yourself stable. And that's one of the best things I found putting on muscle is just load the body with weight and move around. So every workout I try to incorporate a strength, a carry in it. I'm gonna take about a 1 to 2 minute break and then do that again. Okay, we have one more set of 1 minute walks with 250 pounds. Set the timer, and then whenever I walk by this, I'll know where I'm at. Okay, 3, 2, 1. It's like a metaphor, right? Because the world is trying to pull you down, and you just have to choose not to break. And what I've come to find is that it's easier than you think to not break. Most of it's just in your head, and if you can get out of your head, then you'll be a lot more prepared to stay the path and grow. Almost. Whoo, it's burning. 3, 2, 1. Oh, glad that's over. Yeah, so life. You ever notice that you dread something and you dread it happening, and then come to find out, like once you do it, it's never as bad as you think it is. That's one of the lessons I've learned growing up is, I always made a story of like how big and bad this thing would be, and I was dreading it until I eventually did it. And I look back at my past self, and I'm like, what were you worried about? It wasn't that bad. And I don't think it ever really gets that bad. Because as humans, we are very, very adaptable. And we know how to overcome things. And that's the whole point. So, all right, next workout. Let's go. So the next movement is Bulgarian split squats. And these are a love-hate relationship because anyone who does these understands that they are not fun. But they do them because they work. And whenever I do these, I always feel it in my glutes the next day, in my quads, and it just brings that soreness to a new level. then if I didn't do them, I wouldn't feel nearly as sore. So last week I did this at 70 pounds. This week we're going up to 75 pounds, 3 sets of 10. Whew. So, a lot of working out is just getting through it. You just know what you got to do. And you just try not to let your brain talk yourself out of it. Because it's very easy to talk yourself out from going, instead of doing 3 sets, you do 2. Instead of doing 10 reps, you do 9. Because your brain, in my experience, it's always there to trick you into doing less because it wants to be lazy. What you have to realize is that your body is meant to move. Your body is strong. And your body loves to move. Your body is fine. It's your brain that creates stories around why you should stop. And it's not you, like those thoughts, because you see those thoughts, so it's not you thinking them, they're just thoughts, and you're just choosing whether to listen to them or not. And what I've found out, because I've noticed those thoughts since I was starting this journey, I was about 18 years old. And at first I would listen to them. But then as time goes on, I realized that you don't have to listen to them. And those thoughts, once you stop listening to them, they start to lose their grip over you because you realize that they're just lies. They're not real. And when they start to lose their grip on you, and once you start to realize that they're not real, they just get quieter and quieter, right? They just get quieter, and they have less and less power over you. And that's one of the things that working out is really good at, is just to show you that, hey, you can do more than you initially thought. And those thoughts that try to hold you back, they're just thoughts. They're not real. And they're only real if you make them real, right? Okay. Five. Yeah, they're not real. And it's a shame because a lot of people, they get held back by those thoughts right there. They get held back because they listen to those thoughts. Just imagine your life, right? There's 2 versions of you. And one listens to those thoughts every time. They come in, the you're not good enough thoughts, or they could trick you like, oh, I think that was 10, but you know it was 9. You know it was 8. But you can convince yourself that it was 10, right? No one knows. Right? I'm here alone. No one would know. But there's 2 versions. of me at the end of this life. And one of those versions listens to those thoughts every time. And the other version sees them for what they are and refuses to acknowledge them. And every single time, it's a battle. And I'm battling those thoughts. And as you get older, you realize that the battle it's not something you try at. It's not something that you grit your teeth and you really try. But instead, it's something that you just let go of because you realize that it's going to be there forever. So if you fight it, you're going to get tired. It's not about fighting it. It's about just looking at it for what it is, which is it's just fluff. It's not real. Okay. One more set. And then I got to go over to the other gym and do some machines, some leg extensions, some hamstring curls, stuff like that. Or calf raises, I should say. No hamstring curls. But you'll see. All right. Last set. Love those. Love those. Yeah, it's a lot different in a caloric deficit, but if I stick to this, we're really going to see the fat come off. All right, no time to waste. I have stuff to do later, so I got to get going to the other gym. Let's go. All right, we'll do 170 pounds, 2 sets of 8, and then 1 set max. This workout, I'm doing 2 sets of 8, and then 1 set, as many as possible. And last time I got let's see, 18. So, but I also did it at 160, so this is 10 pounds more. So let's see what happens. Okay. Round 2. 8 more. I have a sales consult in 50 minutes. And I'd like to eat something before that. Because I am starving. This whole deficit training is going to be, let's just say, it better work. because I'm going to be pretty hungry for 6 weeks. I don't really know how much I'm going to lose in this because, for one, it's only 6 weeks. What can really happen in 6 weeks? So at the end of the 6 weeks, if I'm liking my progress and liking how I'm feeling, I might keep going. But for now, we'll just stick to the 6 week mindset. Makes me feel a little better. Because only 6 weeks. You can do anything for 6 weeks. Okay. One more. Last time I got 18. 10 more pounds. It's a heavy 10 pounds. That 8 was hard. So it's an extra 10 pounds. And it's a minus 1,000 calories. All right. Ah. 15. Good enough. All right. So I have 75 pounds on here. And the goal is just to do 10 to 12. I'm going to explode up, hold it for 2 seconds, and a 3 to 5 second descent. 10 to 12 total. So, all the way up. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that gets a burn. Yeah, that burns a lot. The good news is after this, I get to go home. I get to eat. I have to do a consultation. I was supposed to have 2 back to back, but I got both of them to come in at the same time. So that really helps with my time. And then I can go for a ruck. And usually I don't do a workout and then a ruck. But the thing is, with my baby being born on Sunday, and today's Wednesday, it kind of put a wrench in my plan. A good wrench. Let me make that clear. It's beautiful. But a wrench nonetheless. So I have to make up for. So this is Monday's workout. So I'm getting Mondays all the way. And I'm going to do today's. So then I just have to make up Tuesday's workout. And I can do that on Sunday. Or maybe Friday. Because I want a break before Tuesday comes again. Because I'm going to be doing the same workouts anyway. So maybe I'll do Mondays and today's today. Tomorrow I'll do Thursdays. Friday I'll do Tuesdays. And then Saturday I'll do Fridays. Boom. All right, one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too explosive on that one. I think that was 4. I lost track. 5. 6. It's getting hard. 7. 8. Woo. 10. Oh. Okay. Time to go. All right, let's go back to the gym.
Here we are again. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing a 30-minute ruck. I have 30 pounds on my back, and the goal is to get as far as I can. So what I do is I come down to the rail trail for now. I'm going to switch the route up as I get deeper into the program. But I come down to the rail trail, and I just start walking, because there's no running allowed, so you have to walk. And I get as far as I can in 15 minutes. And then I turn around and I come back. And I see what distance that is. And the goal is to beat that distance every time. And again, this is just another version of loading some weight and moving. It's less weight compared to what I was doing earlier, but it's more weight than just my body weight. So it just adds a little bit of a challenge where I can walk pretty quickly and still get that strength / cardio benefit. And it's a little cold, but luckily for us, we have this technology where we can make coats, gloves. So I learned years ago that if I'm going to allow cold to stop me living in upstate New York, well, I'm not going to get much done. So yeah, you just put on some clothes and you go out. Also, one of the cool things that coming out in the cold does is it allows you to, it gets me to realize that winters aren't that bad. We just make it bad. Because yeah, if you're scared of the cold, right, and you go from your car or your house and you run to your car and you run to the inside, and you have the mindset that like the cold is going to hurt you and it's bad, well then yeah, it's going to be a long winter. It's going to be not fun. You're going to dread it. And you're going to stay inside all the time. And then that leads to, depression, and you just don't feel good. And, living where I live in upstate New York, this is 6 months out of the year. at least. Could be more. So I realized, like, hey, if I allow myself to succumb to that, well, I'm gonna be not feeling good for half my life. So then I just decided to come out. And anyway, in the years I come out, the times I come out, and I started coming out into the cold every winter, it's not even that bad. You know, you feel good, and it's beautiful out here. That's another thing I realized. Is when you're inside, it looks dread. You dread going outside. But when you're outside and you're moving and you're running and you're walking and you're rucking and all this stuff, you see the area around you. You see the trees, the leaves. It's a little wet, the snow coming down, and it's beautiful. And then when it snows, it's amazing. So basically what I'm trying to say is go out there. If it's cold, who cares? If it's cold, go do it anyway. Because life's too short for you to sit half of your life inside dreading the cold. Ew. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, I've been doing this for 5 minutes. And I got 0.4 miles. And I'll hop back on at the end. Alright? Alright. Over and out. I have 90 seconds left. And I got 1.84 miles. So I'm just trying to walk as fast as I can to try to hit 2 miles. I don't know if I'll be able to. But hey, if I don't, that's a goal to shoot for. So the goal here, I want to stay upright. I want to keep my core tight. Move forward a little bit. Keep those legs turning. At a relatively quick speed. We have less than a minute left. 1.88 miles. I think it's going to be just a little shy. I mean, I could get there if I ran. Or even started to trot a little bit. But the rules are no running, no trotting. 30 seconds left. We're at 1.91. Yeah, and I'm walking faster than I did the whole time, which shows me that 2 miles is possible. I just have to go out like this. But that's what this is about. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Hit my watch. Boom. "30 minutes. Let me do this. My bad. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, you know what? I will show you later. How about that? I'll show you after this. So, 2 workouts done. And that is that was the goal, because as I said, I didn't work out Monday or Tuesday. So instead I took this time to do Monday's workout. And then I ate. I had a consultation with 2 people. And then I came out and did a 30-minute ruck. So I did today's workout too. So Mondays and Wednesdays, check. Tomorrow is Thursday. I'm going to do Thursday's workout tomorrow. Friday, I'm going to do Tuesdays. And Saturday, I'm going to do Fridays. Let's go. yeah. So that's it for today. What I'm going to be doing along this journey is documenting just like I did today. It's going to be lower key. I don't have time to edit, so I'm not going to really do too many fancy edits. I'm just going to put it up there. And if you find it valuable, hit the like button, subscribe, tell your friends about it. And yeah, I'd really appreciate it, because this is what this channel is supposed to be. It's right here. Ready? My goal is to be better than I was yesterday. And I know that in order for me to do that, I have to be better mentally. So even if I'm not better physically, I need to be better mentally, because there are some mental things I can do that aren't physical. But most of the mental things I do are physical, because I believe that in order to get to the mind, you have to get to the body. You have to use the body to get to the mind. So be better than yesterday. And that means every day you do something a little bit more, even if it's just to stay consistent. So be better than yesterday every single day. And that's how you're going to become the person you were destined to become. We were all destined to become someone. And you're either going to wake up, or you're going to be on your deathbed looking back knowing you didn't do it, or you're going to look back and say, I gave it my all. And I want to be the one that says I gave it my all. So, what are you doing? What did you do today to get better? Let me know in the comments. And I'll be checking them. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.